Where is my mind? Look at us. Look at us sticking with it. We're what, 3-4 videos in now? Let's keep it going, okay? Okay, so we've done the hip dip curtsy lunge superset. We've done the sumo deadlift. And now we are on to the TRX leg curl and the hip resisted Romanian deadlift. So you know the drill by now. We gotta get through my index cards. So I'm gonna try to talk a little fast because there's quite a few things I want to cover in this one, as I always have a lot of things I'm trying to cover. So if that's enough of an introduction for you, let's fucking get the show started. So why would we want to do the superset? To work your hamstrings. I mean, come on, it should be obvious. If you know even the slightest bit about the gym, you should know that this is a hamstring superset like no other. Okay, maybe like others, but you know, it just works your hamstrings pretty fucking good. Why the TRX for the leg curl? Because I don't have an easy setup to do other forms of leg curl, so I use the TRX, but it does feel great, especially with that elevated hip and shortening of the hamstring. We'll get into that in the how, but just know it still feels good. But if I was in a gym setting, I might just use a regular leg curl machine, whatever. The apparatus doesn't matter as much as the movement itself. That's really good for that. Why the Romanian deadlift? Because you're stretching out the hamstring after we just shortened it like crazy on the first movement. So you see how these work together as a nice pair, loading it up for the contraction, loading it up for the stretch. I love doing that kind of superset. Win is pretty general for this, just after any hip dominant primary movement, however you want to label it. I'm looking at movements like the deadlift or squat, you know, so many things, but something that takes the most amount of energy. You're usually going to want that at the beginning of your workout when you have the most amount of energy. And then when you have less energy, that's when you're going to want to do movements that require less energy. I'm telling you, it's so simple. Just think about it some more, man. Just fuck. These videos I'm making, it shouldn't even be a lane for me to be in. It shouldn't even be available, because this shit should be simple enough to get the basics. When you get into advanced stuff and you're trying to be like best in the world, that's different. That's when you need specialized coaching and you need all the whatever things. But if you're just trying to work some shit, just work some shit. Cool. I'm gonna move on to the next topic because I'm already getting heated about this. Cool. How are we gonna do this? Well, with the leg curl, I am on my back, hips go up first, and then I pull my heels in. If that's too hard, I pull my heels in first and then lift my hips, and then I push my heels back out. Very simple. Alternative, if you don't have a TRX and you still want something else that's similar, then you could get the little floor slides that you've seen me use for the curtsy lunges. They're like $10. Same exact setup on the ground. Now my heels go on the slides, keep my hips up, pull my heels in, push them back out. If that's too hard, pull my heels in first, and then hips go up, then push my heels back out. Simple. Another alternative, zero equipment, just nothing at all, because I'm just that bitch that provided it to you. So no equipment at all. We just get our hips up in the air and you just walk your heels out and then walk them back in. It's not going to feel as great as the other movements, but you know what? If you got nothing, it's something. Okay, and something's better than nothing. Next, we have the hip resisted Romanian deadlift. So hip resisted because of the band at the hip. So I'm just trying to push my ass to the anchor, so that's where the band is tied, keeping my knees in the same position the whole time. So I'm not squatting down with it and I'm not locking them out. Just a slight bend that I maintain for the whole movement. Bring the weights closer to the ground, feel that stretch in my ass and my hamstrings, then stand back up. Complete the movement, do it again. Simple shit. Alternatives, because I don't want you doing this if you don't have something at hip height to attach the band to. When you try going too low with it, I feel like other stuff takes over and ends up bothering my back a little bit more. If it feels good for you, go for it. My guess is that it's not. If you don't have something at hip height, I'd rather you just go with the good morning variation where you wear the band as a necklace, stand on it, still have weights in your hands, and do the same exact movement. Keep your back straight, and now you're just fighting against band around your neck, which still makes it harder to push your hips through. So you still feel that good load in your ass, because we all want a good load in our ass. Okay, cool. I think that's everything. Next time we got quad focus split squat. That should be shorter. We'll see. Okay, that's everything. I'm gonna shut up now. You enjoy the rest of your fucking week, and goodbye.